You ever meet someone who says, "I hate people," and you're not sure if they're joking, but you're also pretty sure they're not? They don't say it angrily. They say it casually, like they're commenting on the weather. Crowded places drain them. Small talk irritates them. Group chats feel like unpaid labor. And maybe when you hear that, you think of someone you know. Or maybe, if you're being honest, you've said it yourself, right after leaving a crowded room, closing the door behind you, and exhaling like you just escaped something. Because hating people rarely means what it sounds like. And the psychology behind it is a lot more interesting than just being grumpy or antisocial. So let's talk about the psychology of people who hate people. Not the cartoon version, the human one. The kind that might make you rethink how you see yourself, or someone you've quietly labelled as difficult. There's a first type that often gets misunderstood immediately. This is the person who doesn't hate people. They hate social friction. They walk into a gathering and instantly feel the tension. Who's trying too hard? Who's bored? Who's pretending to listen? They pick up on interruptions, awkward pauses, subtle power plays. None of it goes unnoticed. So after a while, their brain gets tired. Psychologically, this happens when someone is highly attuned to social dynamics. Their mind is constantly scanning for signals, inconsistencies, and emotional undercurrents. That level of awareness is exhausting. So when they say, "I hate people," what they often mean is, "I'm tired of navigating invisible social complexity." If this is you, you might notice that one-on-one conversations feel fine. It's the group energy that drains you, the performance, the noise between the words. Then there's another type. This one's quieter, less obvious. This person hates people because they feel misunderstood by them. They've tried explaining themselves before, their intentions, their boundaries, their way of thinking. And somehow it always gets simplified, misread, or brushed off. So over time, they stop trying. Psychologically, this is a response to repeated invalidation. When someone feels chronically unseen, their brain stops offering vulnerability. Disconnection becomes protection. If this is you, you might feel more at ease alone, not because you dislike connection, but because solitude doesn't misinterpret you. Then there's a type that people often judge harshly. This person hates people because they see through social illusions. They notice when kindness is transactional, when enthusiasm is performative, when opinions are borrowed, when outrage is fashionable, and instead of playing along, they quietly withdraw. Psychologically, this reflects a strong sensitivity to authenticity. When someone values depth and honesty, surface-level interaction can feel hollow, even insulting. If this resonates, you might find yourself frustrated by small talk that never goes anywhere, or social rituals that feel meaningless. It's not that you don't care about people, you just care about something real. Then there's a type that almost never gets talked about openly. This person hates people because people once hurt them deeply, not in a dramatic way, in a slow, cumulative way. Letdowns, broken trust, being there for others who weren't there in return. Over time, the brain learns a pattern. Closeness equals cost, so distance feels safer. Psychologically, this is emotional learning, not bitterness, not hatred, just a nervous system that adjusted to reduce future damage. If this is you, you might tell yourself you're better off alone. And in some ways, you might be right, at least until trust feels possible again. Then there's the last type, and this one often surprises people. This person hates people because they're actually very selective. They don't want many connections. They want a few meaningful ones. Depth over volume, quality over availability. So when they're surrounded by too many personalities, opinions, and expectations, their mind rebels. Psychologically, this comes down to boundaries and energy management. Some people are wired for wide networks, others for narrow but deep bonds. If this is you, you might feel irritated not by people themselves, but by the assumption that you should enjoy everyone equally. Now here's the part that matters. Most people who say they hate people don't actually hate people. They hate noise, they hate inauthenticity, they hate emotional labour without return, they hate being misunderstood, overstimulated, or drained. And saying I hate people is just the shortest sentence their brain can come up with to express all of that. So let me ask you something. Which type felt familiar? Was it the social friction, the misunderstanding, the inauthenticity, the old emotional wounds, the selectiveness? Or maybe, like most humans, it's a mix. Understanding this doesn't mean forcing yourself to like people more. It means understanding what your reaction is protecting. Because sometimes, I hate people isn't rejection, it's information. If this made you think differently about yourself, or someone you've quietly avoided, you're not alone in that. And if you enjoy these calm, honest looks into human behaviour and inner life, you already know what to do. Just remember, disliking crowds doesn't mean disliking connection. Sometimes it means you're wired for something deeper and quieter.